Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Jaw on the freaking floor. Shyla just exposed the Ace family and said that literally Austin and Landon's mom, allegedly, went through her bank account and tried to steal money from her. This is the craziest thing I have ever heard on the Ace family, and my jaw is on the ground. I will start off this video by saying that the things that she's saying are alleged, but let's get into what she had to say because this is crazy. Backstory, if you guys don't know, Landon is Austin McBroom's brother. Landon and Shyla were dating. They have a baby together. They had a YouTube channel together. They were making family channel type Ace family video content. Now they are broken up and there has been a lot of back and forth during this breakup, since the breakup, what caused the breakup, and Landon has a YouTube channel of his own now where he has come out and talked about his side of things. In the very beginning of their breakup, the things that were coming out from Shyla's side were from a friend saying that Landon had hurt Shyla. There was a restraining order against Landon. Shyla was also tweeting subtle things on Twitter to make it seem as though she had a story to tell, and with a lot of the things that she was tweeting about women not speaking up, she said that she understands why some women don't speak out about things that happen to them. A lot of people were really worried about what went on behind the scenes. In some of the videos that I've made in the last couple of weeks, I have mentioned what Landon has posted on his YouTube channel, what he said on his side. We will be referencing some of the things that Landon said in his video, but today we're going to be talking about Shyla finally making a video and coming out with a video titled The Truth. This is on Shyla's own personal YouTube channel. This is not on the LNS channel. This is her own new channel that she started and put this video up. She also said that the proceeds of this video will be split between 3 shelters for survivors of DV in the LA area. This video was about almost 50 minutes long and I watched the entire thing and it was shocking. I had to pause multiple times because I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. She basically starts off, she accused him of a lot of mental and physical stuff, and she says that he's even admitted to this. She says that she wanted to leave him, but then, he was diagnosed with cancer and they just had a baby together, and she really wanted to be this family. She wanted to be there for him, even though he was allegedly doing things to her, and she thought that she could kind of get through this because with him having cancer, maybe he would change and he would get the second chance at life, and that whole experience would change him. She talks about a time before the diagnosis, before he had cancer, where she kind of felt like he really wasn't going to be supporting her in any type of way in parenthood. She says that, the day after that she gave birth, she had a C-section. He literally was gone, left her in the hospital, and she even showed text messages of this, of him leaving and her wondering where he is. She texted him, "What are you doing? Your grandma and your grandpa are here." And he said, "Okay, I'm coming back." And she said, "That's so annoying." He's like, "What? I told you what I was going to do. I'm coming back." She said, "It's 2 o'clock. You have a newborn and I just got major surgery and you're literally taking the whole day off after you took the whole night off. We just had this talk and you promised even though you let me down, you weren't going to let me down with Solene, and guess what? I'm alone here let down." She said that she started to kind of grow resentment towards him, especially once he was sick. It didn't help because they were already in a bad place and she was already wanting to leave because of how he was treating her, and now he was sick, she was taking care of him, she was taking care of a new baby, and he was still being mean to her, allegedly. She said that even though he was sick, he was still continuing the same behavior as before, and said that he would manipulate her and guilt trip her, and she just kind of accepted it and was telling herself it was because he was sick and because he had cancer and it's fine and it's okay, but they were still fighting. And she even shared a text message between the two of them after a fight. She said, "What do you want from me?" He said, "Why are you saying goodnight?" After I said that, I kicked the door. "I'm sorry." I said, "I apologize. We were literally fine before that. I've been taking care of myself in every way. Yeah, I wasn't in the beginning and was relying on others, but not anymore. I take every pill, I'm on my Tylenol, and I'm on my mouth rinses. Like, come on, you just started pressing me out of nowhere when I am doing what I'm supposed to. I feel like you left just to get away from me. I'm going through something and it's not easy, and I'm sorry if I act up sometimes. You're backing away from me." So that was what Landon was saying to her. Clearly they had a fight. It sounds like he also kicked the door down during that fight. She said she later realized that cancer wasn't going to humble him and wasn't going to make him change. Shyla said she didn't want to just leave because he would say things to try and make her stay. He would kind of confuse her. She never really knew if they were breaking up or not. She didn't know if he was serious, but she says she really knew one night when he basically told her, I want to be just like my brother, aka Austin. And I'm pretty sure this is in reference to all those rumors that people have said about Austin possibly being with other people. There's all these rumors that have always floated around over the years that Austin and Catherine are together. They have this family, but Austin kind of has a separate life outside of that where he goes out and is allegedly with other people. And I'm not sure if that's what he was telling Shyla that he wanted to do, but she says like when he said he wanted to be like his brother, she basically knew like it was over. And she said that she was devastated because she did love him and, you know, she really did want it to work out. She cared about him. She wanted this family for her and her daughter. And she says that same night that he basically told her this, he came to her in their room because they still lived in the same house together. He was saying, I love you, kissing on her. And she was like, don't say that, like if you don't mean it. And he said that he really meant it. And she was really hoping that he did. Then says that later that same night, he went to his room because they didn't sleep in the same room. And he deleted every single picture of her off of his Instagram. And that was like the final straw for her. They were no longer going to be together, but they were still living under one roof while they figured out the terms of everything. And she basically said that he was a narcissist. And this is where things get absolutely bananas. Like I've never heard anything like this before, and this is crazy. Like she has videos and everything, you guys. Like this is sick. Like I feel so bad for her. I also want to mention here that Shyla and Landon lived in this house that they were renting, along with someone named Joe. Shyla says that her and Landon met Joe at the same time, but Joe stayed mostly loyal to Landon. They never had him pay rent or anything like that. She helped set up his business, and I think he like was a videographer for them, but at the same time like also lived with them for free and was a friend. So it was the three of them living in this house. She mentions that prior to the breakup, he basically told her that she was on her own bills wise, like she was to take care of everything. She said that she paid the rent, she paid for all the cars, she paid to support his boxing career. Like there were $50,000 worth of monthly expenses. That's what she said. Aside from YouTube, she says that she's invested in multiple businesses, so that's where she's making a lot of her money from. And she said that he basically had no money to contribute to the family. Like he was not making money, he did not have any job, no stream of any revenue. The only way that he could make money was if he was posting on their YouTube channel, and he did not want to make YouTube videos anymore, so he wasn't bringing any money. And she told him that he needed to start making his own money so that, you know, he could support his daughter. And after the breakup, he wasn't making any money, and his mother, she said, contacted Shyla and was like, give Landon the YouTube channel, like he needs to make money. And she was like, the channel was like his to have, like she was not holding it hostage or anything like that. She said she ended up having to help him financially by giving him a loan. She gave him money because he said he really needed money and he would pay her back when he got the money from the TikTokers versus YouTubers fight. And obviously we know what the heck happened there. No one made money. She said that despite all their past and them breaking up, she gave him money anyways because she didn't want to be petty. This is still the father of her child, and she wanted her daughter to at least be good, because if he was good, then she was going to be taken care of. I just want to insert that people always thought that Shyla was with him for the money, and it's just very clear that she was not with him for the money. Like she really wanted them to be family. She was trying to ride it out, and clearly it didn't work out. I mean, you guys, the craziest stuff hasn't even happened yet. Like when I tell you, it just gets worse from here. Like it gets worse. She said things started to escalate. She needed the money back. She wanted to buy a house for herself. She had businesses that she needed to pay things for, so she needed this money back. And she says that she was asking Landon for this money. But in the process of her trying to get the money back, the YouTubers versus TikTokers fight was coming up. Keep in mind, they're broken up. She said that her plan was to still go to Miami because Landon wanted their daughter to be at the fight, to watch him fight. Even though she won't remember because she's a baby, he wanted her there. She said that Landon's mom was so mad that she was coming. She told Shyla, the mother, Landon's mother, told Shyla that she only bought a ticket for the baby and not Shyla. And Shyla was like, if my baby is flying all the way to Miami, like I need to be there with her. And the mom was not having it. The mom called Landon. this is all alleged, you know, this is all alleged, saying, I don't care, we're taking the baby and we are going without Shyla. And Shyla, because her and Landon at the time were still living under the same roof, she heard this phone call between Landon and his mom. She said her mom radar was going off and she ended up going through Landon's phone the next day to see text messages between Landon and his mom, you guys. She was like, there's something sketchy going on, because she saw his phone blowing up and she was like, these two never text each other, they only call or FaceTime, so I need to see this. She took his phone, went into the car, locked herself in the car so he couldn't get in, and she looked at these messages and she said that allegedly his mom, his mother, logged into her business bank account and was plotting to steal money from her bank account. She's like freaking out at this point. I'm freaking out at this point. Are you kidding me? They're stealing my, oh my freaking God. Like, you guys, like, there are so many rumors about the Ace family, you know, allegedly scamming their fans and all this stuff. But you need to tell me, like, the mother is a part of this, allegedly trying to steal money from Shyla? When I heard this, I literally had to pause the video and just sit for a second because I couldn't believe it. And she said that she was shaking about how they were conspiring to literally take money from her. And she literally included a video recording of him from this day, from this moment, of her in the car. And she's telling him, like, I saw the text messages, like, you're trying to take money from me. Like, she had this on video, you guys.
You need help.
No, I'm
You're
not being
such
funny.
a liar. You're trying to manipulate me.
not.
On the messages. I literally have to record this because I don't believe you. I saw your mom going through my bank information.
I was freaking out. And she said that because she had the phone, Landon told Joe, the guy that lived with them, to go get the baby. And he had the baby. Shyla also, at the time, she said that she had a broken foot, so she couldn't like run after Joe and like try to get the baby. And she also like knew she couldn't fight them off. And Landon tells Joe, like, you know, take the baby and go, like, don't stop. And Shyla is like freaking out, like, give me my baby back. Like, first of all, she's alleged that they tried to take money from her and now they're trying to take the baby. Like, this is absolutely insane. And then she starts to call the cops and she says, like, you know, they're trying to kidnap my baby. She puts it on speaker so they all know that she's serious. And she literally shows like a deposition report of Joe recounting the situation. Like, there is a real 911 call over this. She even includes this like public record request to try and get the actual 911 phone call. In the deposition, you can see that Joe is being questioned and the question is, did she ask you for her daughter? They said yes. How many times did she ask you for her daughter? I don't remember. Estimate, please. Twice. And did you give her her daughter? No. Did you say anything to her? Yes. What did you say? I don't remember. Shyla basically kind of says that they do give the baby back because, you know, she has the cops on the phone. She is serious about it. She shows some more footage that she has recorded of her and Landon fighting. She is crying, saying to him that his mom betrayed her and that she can't trust him and she can't trust him with her daughter.
Like, I cannot trust you. I want to be able to trust you with our daughter. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm scared you're going to take her and, like, try to keep her there.
And she says that after this, she knew, like, they needed to separate, move out. And she also says that she was not comfortable talking about what he did to her the last night that they were ever like living under the same roof. She says that she left and said, you know, F this, F the money, I'm just leaving. But Landon's mom ended up calling Shyla's mom and said that she would pay her what Landon owed her. And they set up a whole meeting to meet up and Shyla calculated everything that was owed. And she said that the mom didn't look at any of the paperwork. The mom just sat there, looked at Shyla and said, you're not getting any of the money back. Give Landon the YouTube channel. You can keep the car though. You can keep the Range Rover because Landon did give Shyla a Range Rover, but Shyla was like, that car is in your mom's name. I don't want to keep anything that could possibly ever be taken away from me, so you can keep the car. Shyla said that she broke down after this meeting because the mom obviously, you know, she wasn't going to get the money back. And Shyla recorded herself after the meeting just bawling.
Right now, yeah, Mama, we're sitting parked right now in the car because I'm fearful to go home. I believe they're trying to kidnap my daughter. Proof of them gaslighting, trying to tell the whole world I'm crazy and trying to convince other people. They've stolen. Landon and his mom have stolen. And like, I'm literally out here in my house shoes. Like, I just left with her. Like, I'm terrified they're gonna take my baby and I'm not crazy.
It's just so sad, like this whole thing, like hearing about it. And Shyla was crying in this video thinking no one was going to believe her. They're, you know, painting her out to be this crazy person. She just feels like no one's going to hear her out. And it was later that the mom came to the house to come get Landon's things and also retrieve the vehicle. Shyla said that the mom's name was not on their lease. It was only Landon and her name. So only Landon could come onto the property and get his things. If he wanted them, he could come get them. She even recorded talking to the mother because she said she doesn't trust this family. So she wanted to record everything.
What, did she say anything?
She said there's 2 keys.
No, there's not 2 keys.
She said Landon still needs to get his stuff, so they're waiting for the police. So they're trying to play it all over. So
No, I guess, okay, let me just go out here and talk to them. Can you just record? Because I just don't trust them. I think they just want to make a show.
And she addressed the restraining order that she got against him. Now, if you guys watched my other video, then you already know this, but Landon made a video talking about his side of the breakup and said that, oh, anybody can just get a restraining order. It's super easy to get one. Basically making it seem like Shyla just got one to make this whole thing dramatic and to make Landon look bad. Shyla said that she got this restraining order because he had a couple G words in the house and one was registered and one was not. He took them all with him. When he was packing up his stuff, she noticed that they were no longer in their place and she was scared for her life. She was scared that he was going to come back with one of those and, come and get her or something. So she got the restraining order. She does say that she did talk to Landon and Austin's dad during this point in time when Landon was moving out. Austin and Landon's dad is not together with their mother, so he didn't know what was going on. He was like, Shyla, what's happening? And he apologized to Shyla and said that he was going to get her money back. She said, it never happened, but that's something that happened. And then kind of going back to the restraining order, she says that despite what Landon said about how easy it is to get a restraining order and anyone can just get one, she said that she got an emergency restraining order and emergency protective order over their daughter, which is why Landon's family could not see their baby for a while because they had this protective order. And anytime that Landon would go see their daughter, it was through a visitation center. She said they granted this to her based on injuries that she showed them. And she also said that she would barricade the door at night because she was so scared that someone was going to come to the house. So it was like her and the baby in the room, and she would barricade the door. She also had the dogs in there with her. And she said that one night the dogs were barking like crazy, and she saw that the next morning there was a Bananas monkey face mask in the driveway. And that's Austin McBroom's clothing brand that he has invested in. She says she's never owned that brand before and just felt like someone had come to the house that night. And then she talks about the freaking ring, you guys. The ring. If you guys have seen the video on Landon's channel or seen me talk about this, Landon posted a picture on Instagram of an engagement ring that had Shyla's initials in it and also made a YouTube video talking about this engagement ring. When Landon posted this on Instagram, people thought it was so weird, and her mother, Shyla's mother, commented on it, basically saying that he is a liar and he was posting this because it was a brand deal. That was the only reason why he was posting it, and Shyla paid for the ring. And then in his YouTube video, he addressed this. He was like, you can never get a brand deal for a ring like this. This is a $200,000 ring. Like, I paid for this.
A lot of people were saying, like, I posted you just because I got a deal. You can't get a deal like that on a ring that's over $200,000. So that's impossible.
And then people in the comments were like, okay, well, something isn't adding up here because why would he have the ring if she paid for it? Well, I mean, if we're going off of what everything Shyla has been saying, they've seemingly taken everything from her, including her money, allegedly. So I wouldn't be surprised if, they took the ring too. Shyla, in her video, provided the contract that they signed that says that they have to post 2 Instagram photos, 2 story posts, 2 YouTube video shoutouts, and 1 Snapchat video in exchange for the ring to be discounted to $87,000. She also included a receipt of her payment through her Chase bank account, a wire transfer of money she sent this company for the ring. So she paid for this freaking ring. Like, she had the receipts, you guys. And obviously that's very different from what Landon was saying. This is just the saddest thing. This is the sad situation. If this is all true about the Ace family, because, I can't sit here and say that this is all fact because that's defamation of character. But this is like one of the worst things I've ever heard in my whole life from this family. She just seems so strong in this video. She says that she doesn't want to do this anymore. She doesn't want to go back and forth, and, she just wants to tell her side because he's made like several videos about this. this and be done with this. And she says she's finally, after all this darkness, seeing light at the end of the tunnel. She's healing and her career is going well. Everything is going well for her. And she's ready to kind of tell this part of the story. She says she didn't want to go into detail about any of the things that happened to her really, but this was the stuff she was comfortable talking about. So I definitely want to know what the heck you guys think, because this is insane. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.